A record label, any success with that?
Um, it's been good so far. You know, definitely. I could have had a record deal already. I'm just looking for the right situation.
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of things need to be in place for me to want to commit. You know, I mean, a record deal is like a marriage, so you gotta really find out about somebody and know what their best interests are before you take that vow. So that's I'm looking though. I'm definitely looking right now. Yeah.
And All Things Fresh, is that your current?
Congrats! I mean, number one, you got that. You have a #1 album. You have 20 songs in the Billboard Hot 100, Top 100. That's unbelievable.
It's been a slow week.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's an honor. Yeah. No, thank you for everyone that supported, and we're all very grateful. It's
that's why you're a hardworking guy.
Thank you.
And it pays off.
Thank you.
Did you get the hardworking, the musician stuff? Did you get this from
record label that you run?
Well, it's funny, like ATF, like which is All Things Fresh. It was actually started out as a group of my friends that just we'd go out and we would sort of go out and either go like for a nice dinner or just buy like, you know, go to the club and buy champagne, and everybody started noticing us as like a crew, you know. So it's more of a crew of people that really just have the same, like, you know, we like to get money, we like to enjoy ourselves, have fun. ATF is more my friend.
Mom and dad, or just a combo?
My mother, I think I get the words from my mother. I mean, she was an English teacher. She taught like kindergarten to grade 5, and just one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. Scrabble champion.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's just she's a top shelf lady, top shelf kind of gal, man.
Wait, so she knows all the two letter words?
Oh yeah, no, like triple word score.
Do you know za is a word?
I know now, obviously.
Z-A, yeah.
You guys gotta get it.
My label actually is called October's Own, and I run it with 2 partners. It's Oliver El-Khatib and Noah Shabib, who goes by 4040, and that's the label that's the imprint that I'm working under, is October's Own. So
I see. And you know, can you let us in on some of the record companies that have offered?
Yeah, I mean, I've had meetings with everybody. You know, I've had meetings with Interscope. I've had talks with Universal Motown, Rockefeller Records, Def Jam.
Z-A. Yeah, Z-A is a word. I know, it doesn't seem fair, but it is. Yeah,
but yeah, so,
I mean, you could win on that if you go, za is short for pizza. You're like, yeah, you can win. You go, za. Plural, zaz. We're having zaz. Exactly. I mean, wait, zaz.
But yeah, I get the words from her, and then I get a lot from my father. You know, just
I have a picture of your father. And this is a real picture of your dad.
It's a real picture.
Did you take this picture? No.
I had a big meeting last week with Koch, Sony, Epic.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a pretty good situation. I don't know. I mean, you know, originally I really wanted to be on Def Jam or Rockefeller, but you know, they got a lot of artists over there right now, and I think that what I have to offer is very unique. You know, it takes somebody who really is trying to break into a mainstream market and understands the power of marketing itself. And I'm not saying Def Jam, Rockefeller does.
I didn't actually. That's my dad.
That is your dad.
And that's like sort of a normal Tuesday afternoon. No, my dad's actually in Shanghai right now, and he FaceTimed me yesterday, and he was like, Drake, man, I want to tell you, man, I got an RV for sale, man. And I was like, what does that have to do with, what am I, and I was like, he's like, man, I'm in Shanghai, man, my friend got this RV for sale.
But I think that maybe they're, what they need right now in terms of artists is a little different than where I'm at.
A lot of rap music, it's all about the online hype. You have Soulja Boy, you have other artists, and they just, you know, they see these big names for the record labels, and they say, okay, I've had all this internet hype.
Yeah.
This isn't doing anything for me. It just it's a record label name. It's just not getting me any new fans or putting my name out.
You gotta kind of
I was like, do you have any sort of idea of what's going on back home? Like, do you know that I dropped this album and we did like a million? And he goes,
I'm doing well, Dad.
He goes, yeah, man, I love it, man, I love it. And I was like, oh, what's your favorite song? And he's like, Drake, man, I won't be honest with you, man. My service is not too good out here, man. But that's like, I'm gonna get around to it, you know.
Drake, man.
So yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, I love your dad. Well, good.
They have to complement each other. You know, the artist has to complement the label and vice versa, because when one is more powerful than the other, then you know you either get an artist who like doesn't want to sign to a label because they feel like they have too much to offer, or you get a label who you always want the label to be interested in helping you in the sense of like progressing even further. You don't want them to be coming to you saying, how can we start your career off? Because that's always when it gets...
Well, shout out to your dad. Hopefully, he's not watching. Let's be honest. We don't know where he is. He's in Shanghai. You also launched your own whiskey.
I did. It's called Virginia Black.
Virginia Black.
Was
look
like,
at this.
I heard like it was like a sexy. Was that like a sexy?
No,
It was like a.
it's sexy.
It was sexy.
It is sexy, man. It is. Let's have a little taste and a little
this
cheers
is
for you
great.
here because this is very exciting.
Oh, you're spoiling me today.
I mean, no, just have a little. I know you have that.
It's a little sticky, I think, with artists. You know, somebody phrased a saying to me, but I forget how it goes right now, or else I'd say it and sound really smart, but I can't remember right now. But it was a really good saying, though, and I'll bring it up next time we do an interview for sure.
Yeah, and MySpace has ranked you the #1 unsigned artist in Canada. What do you think of this?
It's crazy. Like, I mean, it started like this is like probably the most intimate interview I've done because we're where it started right now. Like, this is my dwelling, you know, and it's like.
No,
Please.
Yeah, this is the smooth stuff right here. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
all your success, buddy.
Yes, thank
To
you
Drake
so
and
much.
that. No. I have the whole show I have to do. Yeah,
you're just fake? Oh.
It started right here, just me being like, yo, I want to rap and I want to do this music thing and take it seriously. And I learned and I sat and I observed and I watched, and it's crazy to go on there. We were actually, it was funny, we were in the studio the other night just going on different artists MySpace, like artists that are signed, like people like, you know, big people. I won't say any names because I don't want to put anybody down. But it was some big people that we went on their MySpace, and I definitely like had more plays than them for the day. And it's crazy, you know. I mean, it's a great thing. It shows me